Let's start at the very beginning, which for a king cobra is already a red flag. The female king cobra is one of the only snake species on Earth that actually builds a nest. She doesn't just drop eggs and wander off like most reptiles. No, she spends days, pushing together dead leaves, twigs, and forest debris into a layered mound, sometimes 2 or 3 feet high. She uses her body like a bulldozer. She coils around the top chamber, regulates the temperature, and she stays there for up to 3 months. That's remarkable. That's actually kind of moving. Here's where it stops being moving. About a week before the eggs hatch, she leaves. She just goes. Now, before you call her a deadbeat, let's understand why, because this is important. When those eggs begin to hatch, the hatchlings inside release chemical signals, pheromones, and those signals are indistinguishable from the prey she normally hunts, which is other snakes. If she stayed, she would almost certainly eat her own children. Her instincts would override her. So evolution, in its deeply unsentimental wisdom, wired her to leave before that happens, before the urge kicks in. She doesn't abandon them out of indifference, she leaves them out of something that if you squint at it, almost looks like mercy. But here's the thing, the baby cobra doesn't know any of this. All it knows is it just chewed through a leathery shell, dropped onto a forest floor, and there is no one here. No mother, no sibling group waiting to teach it anything, no warmth, no shelter, no orientation. From the first second of its life, the king cobra is completely, fundamentally, structurally alone. And it will stay that way, essentially forever. That first year is catastrophic. Monitors eat them, birds of prey swoop in, other snakes, including adult king cobras, will kill and consume them without hesitation. These hatchlings are fast, and they are already venomous, full potency, day 1, but they're small. Predators gamble on the speed of the strike versus the size of the meal, and a lot of the time, the baby cobra loses that bet. For every 10 king cobras that hatch in a clutch, statistically somewhere between 2 and 4 will still be alive at the end of year 1. Think about that. You enter the world alone, armed, and the odds are already stacked 50% against you surviving your first 12 months. Welcome to being a king cobra.
Okay, so the venom. We have to talk about the venom because this is the part everyone thinks is the advantage, the ace up the sleeve, the evolutionary gift, and it is. Sort of. King cobra venom is a postsynaptic neurotoxin. It attacks the nervous system at the junction between nerve and muscle, blocking the signals that tell your muscles to contract. That includes the diaphragm, the muscle you breathe with. An untreated bite from a king cobra can kill a full-grown Asian elephant in hours. It can kill a human being in as little as 15 to 20 minutes. The venom glands can deliver up to 7 milliliters in a single bite. That's not a drop, that's a dose. For context, it would take roughly the equivalent of 3 to 4 king cobra bites to contain enough venom to kill 100 people. It is, by any measure, extraordinary. But here's what nobody talks about. Venom is expensive. Not expensive like costs money, expensive like metabolically demanding. The body has to manufacture this stuff. It's a cocktail of complex proteins, enzymes, and neurotoxins synthesized in specialized glands. After a major envenomation, it takes a king cobra days to fully replenish its venom supply. In the wild, that means days of being marginally less effective as a predator, days of slightly elevated vulnerability. And that's if the bite works. King cobras are ambush predators, but they're not small and they're not invisible. A large adult can reach up to 18 feet in length, the longest venomous snake in the world. That size is an advantage in some ways, but it's also a massive caloric obligation. An 18-foot snake needs to eat regularly and significantly. Which brings us to the absolute nightmare scenario at the center of this animal's existence. The king cobra's scientific genus name, Ophiophagus, literally means snake eater. This is an animal that has specialized almost entirely in hunting and eating other snakes. Not insects, not frogs, not small mammals like most snakes will take opportunistically. Other snakes. And not just harmless ones either. King cobras regularly prey on vipers, kraits, rat snakes, and yes, other cobras, including in documented cases, other king cobras. This is a choice evolution made. Why? Snakes are calorie-dense, they're abundant in the forest understory, and because most predators avoid them, there's relatively low competition for them as prey. Makes sense, except for one thing. When you were also a snake, and your prey is also a snake, the hunt is mutual.
Picture this. A king cobra picks up a chemical trail. A monocled cobra, 2/3 its size, moving through the leaf litter ahead. The king cobra moves, not fast, deliberately. It doesn't rattle or bluff. It locks onto its target with a precision that borders on eerie. The strike, when it comes, is targeted at the prey snake's head, specifically to suppress the other animal's ability to bite back. Because the prey animal can bite back, monocled cobra venom is also lethal. This is a fight between two venomous animals. One of them is going to die. What does the king cobra have going for it? Partial immunity. Through evolutionary pressures nobody fully understands yet, king cobras have developed some resistance to the venom of the snakes they hunt. Not complete immunity, not even close, but enough resistance that a bite from a smaller cobra is less immediately fatal than it would be to, say, a mongoose. Less immediately fatal is doing a lot of work in that sentence. A king cobra bitten by its prey can still be seriously incapacitated. Researchers have documented wild king cobras showing signs of envenomation, sluggish movement, labored breathing. Sometimes they survive, sometimes they don't. This animal can die while eating dinner. Now think about what happens when prey gets scarce. Southeastern Asian forests are heavily fragmented. Deforestation, agricultural expansion, and road building have chopped up the continuous forest corridors that snakes and snake populations depend on. Fewer forests mean fewer prey snakes. Fewer prey snakes mean the king cobra has to cover more ground. Larger territories increases the odds of human encounters, which increases the odds of persecution. It's a doom spiral, and the king cobra is sliding down it. We call it a king, but kingdoms have subjects and courts and warmth. This animal has none of that. It has a forest, what's left of one. It has venom. It has speed and silence, and ancient, almost alien competence. And it has nothing else.